Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news tonight, multiple shots fired earlier at a baby shower in Sarasota. Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies were called to a home on Caicos Court near the intersection of Wilkinson Road and Honore Avenue. A person leaving that party of 30 to 50 people was shot multiple times on the property by 3 suspects. A sheriff's spokesperson says the victim was transported to the hospital with injuries. The suspects then fled westbound on foot and remain at large. Law enforcement does not believe at this time residents are in any danger.
Based on the information we have right now, this was an isolated incident. The people approached this specific home and then they fled the other way. So we feel confident at this point in the investigation that it's isolated and those individuals have taken off.
This is an ongoing investigation, and the sheriff's office recommends anyone who may have seen or heard something to call them directly, or you can report that information anonymously through Sarasota County Crime Stoppers. That number 941-366-TIPS. And always remember to lock your cars and never leave anything of value inside them or in sight. That's a message the Manatee County Sheriff's Office is advising after a string of car burglaries at 2 Ellington hotels. At least 3 vehicles were broken into just after midnight last night at 2 separate locations. The first on 18th Street East in Ellington. That second on 20th Court East, also in Ellington. It is unknown just how much was stolen from those vehicles. Anyone with information on these break-ins are asked to contact the Manatee County Crime Stoppers at the number listed on your screen. That number 866-634-TIPS. And as a reminder, you can get information on the latest breaking and local news like that shooting or these car burglaries by downloading the latest updated version of our app. iPhone users can go to the App Store and search for WWSB or My Sun Coast. And now to Tropical Storm Philippe. That storm was only upgraded from a tropical depression number 18 to a named storm today, but it is already causing some trouble for southern Florida. The storm knocking out power in parts of West Palm Beach tonight. And now for the latest on that storm's movements, we head over to Wendy Ross, joining us once again after a little bit of a hiatus. Welcome back, Wendy.
Hello, Adam. And we are talking, of course, about Tropical Storm Philippe, which formed at 5 o'clock this afternoon. 40-mile-per-hour winds now, and it's now started to make more of a northeasterly track. Before it was just moving towards the north, now moving towards the north-northeast, and it's slowed down very slightly down to 24 miles per hour. It is expected to cross over southwestern Florida and move over to the east coast, and that's going to be the track most likely that it's going to be taking. So it'll be moving from just north of Key West straight over across the very southern tip of the state before it is taken out into the Atlantic by an approaching cold front that is helping to bring about the showers that we're experiencing. And of course, Philippe also responsible for all this tropical moisture that's been infusing central and south Florida throughout the day today. We continue to see the rains coming in, but they are beginning to die down just a little bit. But we've had plenty of rainfall that has taken place across our area, with some places reporting almost 3 inches of rain, and this has been an all-day slog. As you know, we've had the showers coming on in, but now we're starting to get some breaks in those showers, and a little bit later on tonight we'll see that cold front moving through, and that will be the last hurrah as far as the rain is concerned. We'll let you know how our weekend is shaping up. That's coming up in just a few minutes. Adam.
All right, thank you, Wendy. Well, despite a rainy start to a 21-year-old charity event on the Sun Coast brought the jams to Sarasota Bay tonight. Take a listen. Giving Hunger the Blues raises money every year to feed less fortunate children in our community. The event featuring 2 stages of live music with some of the region's top R&B, blues, and jazz musicians.
Giving Hunger the Blues started as a way for, the person that doesn't have the big money to go to the big fancy events in Sarasota, to give back to the community in a way, and also be able to enjoy some great music doing it.
Along with the Mayor's Feed the Hungry program, most of the proceeds raised tonight will go to feeding children throughout the coming holidays. A Manatee County couple is safe and sound after running into not one, but 2 hurricanes in the Caribbean. And if that already sounds impressive, imagine that their only permanent shelter throughout those storms, the sailboat they had been living on for months. ABC 7's Erica Jackson shows us how they survived.
They endured Hurricane Irma when it was a Category 5 storm through St. Martin. They documented their journey and shared it with the world through Facebook and YouTube.
Let's do it. Let's rock this amazing and crazy adventure.
It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Straight out of college with minimal responsibilities, couple Ariana Zaya and Christian Hightower bought a boat, took a 2-day sailing course, and began sailing from Grenada to Florida.
We probably would have made it home just safe fine. So we had that mentality.
But about 8 months into their journey, the couple learned of Hurricane Irma forming in the Atlantic. They sat through the hurricane in a bathroom in St. Martin rather than return to Florida.
Our boat was going to get destroyed, and then we were going to get home, and then we were going to have to get evacuated to watch our home get destroyed.
I was worried that the ceilings were just going to cave in, and you know that was going to be it.
Hey guys, we're here at Hurricane Irma. We're in the middle of it. It's crazy.
Zaya and Hightower survived the deadly storm and were evacuated from the island 10 days later, forcing them to move on without 4 bags of their belongings and their dependable boat, Mischief.
We did what we could to secure the boat, but there was nothing stopping 250-mile-an-hour winds.
The couple traveled to Puerto Rico, where Zaya decided to pause her adventure. Hightower stayed behind, coming face to face with Hurricane Maria.
You literally walk down the road and you'll see 12 to 14 people that all lived in the same house, and they're picking up all their stuff and they're bawling, they're crying, they've lost everything.
The pair was unable to communicate for 5 days because of the destruction. Hightower returned home after 6 weeks, and now the two plan to set sail again in the coming months.
Even though we're only 23, I think we've aged at least 10 years after this whole experience.
Life is slowly getting back to normal for the couple. On Friday, they received one of their bags, which they abandoned while leaving St. Martin, and they plan to return to the island within the next few weeks to bring what's left of their boat back to Florida. Reporting in Manatee County, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Erica Jackson, thank you very much. And as a reminder, tomorrow will be the last day the Sarasota Disaster Recovery Center will open to help storm victims apply for disaster assistance from Hurricane Irma. The center will be open from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. tomorrow at the Robert L. Taylor Community Center. That's located on 34th Street in Sarasota. FEMA officials will be on hand to help people register, answer any questions you may have, and check the status of your application. And if you can't make it tomorrow, you can still register with that register for assistance with FEMA online. Well, still to come here on ABC 7, the investigation into a deadly U.S. helicopter crash in Afghanistan, what officials have learned about this incident, plus newly released sound in the investigation into that Las Vegas mass shooting.
Don't allow your weight to threaten your health or control your future. Excess weight or obesity can cause emotional and physical health risks. But you can take control. The Your Weight Matters campaign offers free resources and tips to help you measure and understand your weight. Take the Your Weight Matters Challenge. The free toolkit prepares you to speak with a healthcare provider about your weight. Your weight does matter. Take the challenge and take control today.
Consumer Cellular makes it easy to stay in touch with family and stay within our budget.
Now our cell phone bill is only a fraction of what it used to be.
Our average customers get everything they need for about $25 a month, and plans start at only $15 a month with no contracts.
Consumer Cellular has a great choice of phones. Check out my new one.
I picked this simple phone.
I use my son's old smartphone. Kept my number, too.
Consumer Cellular has been an approved AARP provider since 2008, and members get exclusive discounts.
It's a good thing Consumer Cellular is always there, because sometimes I need a little help.
Sometimes. We're proud to have received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 3 times in a row.
Over the years, we've seen a lot of change.
We actually use change. Luckily, there are some things we can still afford.
Like Consumer Cellular.
Stop paying too much for wireless service. Switch to Consumer Cellular. And with our 30-day risk-free guarantee, it's easy. Call 1-800-920-3084. Go online or visit a Target store today.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Every year, 40% of all food in the U.S. never gets eaten.
40%. That's almost half the food we produce.
Food waste is a serious problem. It impacts all of us.
And it's expensive. Your family is throwing $1,500 a year in the trash.
We're working hard to put food waste on the chopping block.
And you can do the same at home.
Learn how to cook it, store it, and share it.
Just don't waste it.
Go to SaveTheFood.com.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on MySuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blog, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at MySuncoast.com/dining.
Enemy action. MGM Resorts International has released the phone call of their security guard reporting the Las Vegas mass shooting. On October 1st, Jesus Campos was at the Mandalay Bay Hotel when a gunman opened fire on innocent concert goers from inside of one of the hotel rooms. Campos was investigating an alarm in a different room of the 32nd floor when the gunman shot him in the leg. The security guard quickly called for help after he came under fire.
312, go. 312. Hey, there's shots fired in 32135.
58 people were killed in that shooting, and nearly 500 others were injured as well, including Campos. Authorities believe Campos's actions helped law enforcement pinpoint the shooter's location. A sea of pink took over Nathan Benderson Park today in Sarasota. Thousands gathering for the American Cancer Society's annual Making Strides Against Breast Cancer walk. That walk consisting of breast cancer survivors as well as people looking to support their own friends and loved ones.
I think it's amazing that everybody's coming together for this cause.
It's pretty awesome being out here and supporting this cause as well.
A lot of people showing up today, unbelievable. I think up to 20,000 plus for a great cause. Benderson Park, an amazing venue too. This is the first time they've done it this year, and they went above and beyond the call of duty. It's important for people to come out, obviously, each and every year until we find a cure.
About 1 in 8 women in the U.S. will develop breast cancer over the course of her lifetime. A first-of-its-kind event gathered the interests of people of all ages today. The age-friendly Sarasota Festival, bringing all kinds of people out to the Sarasota County Fairgrounds and Roberts Arena. That's where more than 100 exhibits were set up to promote age-friendly planning and practices that are incorporated throughout the community.
I'm also flabbergasted by the number of volunteers they've organized for this. People have really gotten behind it. It looks like it got a decent crowd, so I think it's probably been a big success.
I didn't really know what I was walking into when I was coming to this. I didn't really know what age-friendly festival meant, but it's really cool to see all the little kids and all the senior citizens. There's something for everyone to do.
Out of the variety of exhibits visitors were able to engage with, aerial yoga, education about special animals, and even a meet and greet booth from ABC7. And a tower cam captured some video of a tornado that touched down in West Palm Beach earlier today. The twister spawned as Tropical Storm Philippe moved from Cuba into the area. No injuries have been reported from this twister, but check out that footage of the funnel forming out there. pretty wild.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Isn't that
you get a top
crazy?
view of it too, kind of from the clouds and the horizon.
Well, we've been having all of this moisture across central and south Florida coming as a result of all the moisture down to the south of us, and it's just that tropical moisture that brought us all of this wet weather. It started this morning. It hasn't ended really for many places, still getting the rain at this hour, and we're seeing rainfall amounts of almost 3 inches in some pockets as well. Here's Tropical Storm Philippe. It is moving towards the north-northeast. It's slowed down just a little bit, down to 24 miles per hour, still with 40-mile-per-hour winds, and it appears as though it's going to be moving from the southwestern coastline over to the southeast coastline before it moves out into the Atlantic, and it is going to be pushed out to sea by an approaching cold front that is going to clear everything out for us. So today we had all of the wet weather that was taking place covering most of South Florida all the way into Central Florida, producing some of the tornado spouts that you've seen. Also high winds along the east coast with tropical storm force warnings in effect. And then we're looking along the west coast with small craft advisories in effect for our coastline. Here's the secondary front that we're talking about. This is the secondary feature, and so as this system moves on in, it's going to be clearing things out, and in its wake we are going to be left with very blustery conditions tomorrow and cooler temperatures as well. Daytime highs only climbing up into the low 70s for the highest temperature readings. So here's that frontal system. It's going to be moving on through. It takes Philippe and pushes it on out into the Atlantic, where it's going to stay a little bit farther out to sea and not become a problem for anybody else. But we are going to be looking at fair skies for us as the day wears on tomorrow. And already things are beginning to improve just a little bit. So we're starting to see those rain showers just falling apart a little bit. And we're looking at lighter rains now taking place along parts of Central Florida. The southwestern part of the state still seeing some portions of areas getting some heavy rainfall, and the rainfall amounts, as I mentioned, in pockets as high as almost 3 inches in some locations. If you were in the Manatee County area northward, you were not getting as much rainfall, but what we are looking at right now is that for the rest of tonight, we're going to see most of those showers moving away. Then the next cold front, that cold front comes on through, and that frontal system is going to help to push things away, push things out of the state, and leave us with some drier conditions. So for today, we had a high of 78 degrees, an overnight low of 62. Normally we're in the 80s at this time of the year, but tomorrow is going to be much cooler, already 67 degrees for us at this hour. Our humidity is high. Winds are still calm. They're coming in out of the east at around 6 miles per hour. And we are going to see this temperature change taking place. For us, we're going to be seeing temperatures that are going to drop by 1 to 2 more degrees. That's what we're expecting to see for tomorrow. Daytime highs maybe around 72 degrees at the highest. And small craft advisories are going to be put into effect. Winds will be out of the northwest, 20 to 25 knots. They're already in effect now. They stay in effect through tomorrow. 6 to 10 foot seas. It's going to be rough out on the bay and inland waters, so we have rip currents that we need to be concerned with and high wind warnings that are going to be put into effect for tomorrow for us. Cloudy for tonight, that 80% chance of showers now beginning to die down, 68 degrees for the overnight low. Tomorrow it's going to be clearing and cooler, becoming sunny throughout the day. 72 for the daytime high. Those wind gusts as high as 32 miles per hour. So tomorrow cool. 72 is cool for us, and Monday and Tuesday it also stays in the 70s. The warm-up begins on Wednesday. Adam?
Thank you, Wendy. Sports is coming up next. Stick around.
40 million. That's the number of free phones still available and the number of how many Americans can still get prescriptions free.
Free could be wonderful.
That's why I'm still working at 77 years old to pay off my prescriptions.
I needed to have a prescription filled, and I had to leave because I couldn't afford it.
Call now and see what's available for you. Free prescriptions. Over 10 million people get prescriptions free, and the program has expanded so another 40 million can. Free dental. Over 15,000 dentists have provided over $330 million in free dental work. Free cell phones. 40 million free cell phones are still available with free minutes and more.
Free cell phone would change my life right now because it is something I cannot
afford to get.
Medical supplies like back braces, knee braces, and diabetic supplies may be covered too. The free RX Plus hotline has saved callers over $12 million on their prescription costs. These free programs are now available to 40 million more people. Call now.
Attention Medicare beneficiaries. Medicare's annual election period has begun. If you already have Medicare, new benefits may now be available with no copays, no deductibles, or $0 premiums. Call now to speak to a licensed insurance agent who can help guide you step by step through a free analysis of the benefits available to you. And you may be eligible for plans that even include additional coverage for dental, vision, and prescription drugs. MedicareAdvantage.com searches thousands of insurance plans from leading insurance companies. We'll help you find plans that may cost you less, cover more benefits, and give you more choices, like home delivery of your prescriptions, gym memberships, and even over-the-counter allowances for everyday needs, like antacid, allergy medicine, vitamins, and even toothpaste. Don't miss the deadline to enroll. It's time to get more out of Medicare.
Call 800-579-3380. That's 800-579-3380. 800-579-3380. Call now.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
Dot Pharmacy is a website verification program that helps you identify safe and trustworthy online pharmacies. Purchasing medicine online can be safe and easy. Just look for pharmacy to the right of the dot in website addresses.
Now, sports.
South Florida went into Saturday's game against Houston with the nation's longest active win streak going back to 2016, but the Cougars were not about to be beat by a resume. Back and forth game for the 17th ranked Bulls, who were able to break a 21-21 tie in the fourth quarter with a field goal following this Quentin Flowers run. Houston facing a 4th and 24 on their final drive. De'Aaron King rolls right and lobs up a prayer. Somehow, Courtney Lark, the Houston receiver, comes down with it. Then on a 3rd and 9, it is King again. This time he's going to use his legs, scramble 20 yards, untouched for the game-winning touchdown. South Florida stunned at home. Their win streak over, as well as their record streak of scoring 30 or more points in a game. 4-3 Houston wins the game, 28-24. Well, Georgia fans and their 3rd-ranked Dogs in Jacksonville today for the world's largest cocktail party, but it's been tough sledding for their rival Florida. And down 7-0 in the first, Philippe Franks is picked off for the 4th time this season on a tip pass. Georgia taking over around the 25. Later that drive, Georgia freshman Jake Fromm goes up top to Javon Wims. Dogs take a 2-touchdown lead up in Jacksonville. Next Georgia possession, it's Sonny Michel gashing the Florida defense for a 74-yard touchdown. It only got worse for the Gators. They lose for the first time since 2013, 42-7 your final. The Lightning hosting Anaheim tonight. 2nd period, no score. Check out the save by John Gibson on that Yanni Gourde shot attempt. Just barely getting the glove there. Same period on the Ducks on the power play, and Ricard Raquel does not miss. He scores the first goal of the game. The Ducks would score another time before Tampa Bay finally breaks the ice. It's Chris Kunitz able to clear up some of the trash in front of the net, but the Ducks keep on scoring. They beat the Bolts at home 4-1. Game 4 of the World Series in Houston tonight, where the Astros have not lost this postseason. No score all the way into the 6th inning of this game. And Houston 3rd baseman Alex Bregman keeps it that way with a spectacular play to get the runner out at home right there. Now Dodger starter Alex Wood took a no-hitter into the 6th inning, but George Springer ends it in a big way. Solo home run gives the Astros the lead, but the Dodgers able to score 5 runs in the 9th inning. They tie the series at 2 games apiece. We'll have Keuchel and Kershaw facing off tomorrow in Game 5. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 3 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today.
Call 800-457-2317.
Go online or visit a Target store today.
Attention type 2 diabetics. The FDA warns of an increased risk of amputation associated with certain diabetes medications. If you took the diabetes medications Invokana or Invokamet and then suffered an amputation or one of these other serious injuries, call the Rely On Group right now. If you've suffered amputation or any of these injuries after taking your diabetes medication, call the Rely On Group today. You may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. The FDA has recently warned about an increased risk of leg and foot amputations associated with the use of certain diabetic medications such as Invokana and Invokamet. If you or a loved one took the diabetes medications Invokana or Invokamet and then suffered an amputation, ketoacidosis, kidney failure, or even death, call the Rely On Group now. We are here to help you get the justice you deserve. You may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-355-8205. That's 800-355-8205.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC 7 shows on your streaming device. Winning Numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
Former President Barack Obama has been summoned for jury duty in Illinois. Obama received a notice from Cook County to appear next month, and he plans to serve. The former president lives in Washington but maintains a home in Chicago. Obama is not the first former commander-in-chief to receive jury summons. President George W. Bush reported for jury duty in Dallas 2 years ago, but he was not selected. What an honor. Well, an 8-year-old with cerebral palsy in Visalia, California, received an amazingly sweet gift for Halloween. Jaden White, given a wheelchair inspired by the Disney film Wreck-It Ralph. Her brand new wheelchair made to look like a race car belonging to one of the movie's main characters. It was built by Magic Wheelchair, a nonprofit that builds costumes like this one for kids in wheelchairs. Jaden applied for the costume online and her application was chosen. Then a local high school's advanced 3D art class was chosen to design it. So a real community effort there. How about that? And it turned out great.
Yes, it did.
It's beautiful.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, our weather tomorrow is going to be great because once this cold front goes on through, it's going to cool us off, dry us out, and it's going to be very windy tomorrow. So you'll notice temperatures stay in the 70s all the way through Tuesday.
Oh man, 70s, freezing
70
for us down here.
I know.
Look out.
How about that?
Everyone's buzzing about Suncoast View.
I like watching the Suncoast View.
I like the Suncoast View.
The cooking segments, I love the recipes. The theater segments are terrific.
Join Stephanie Roberts, Linda Carson, and Bobeth Yates for hot topics, everyday issues, celebrities, food, fashion, fitness, and everything in between. Nothing is off limits.
They're just fun.
For smart, fun talk in the afternoon, watch Suncoast View, weekdays at 4 on ABC 7. Game on, Suncoast. Get scores and highlights from the area's top high school matchups on Football Friday night, just after the news at 11:15. Sponsored by your local Honda dealers.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
We're heading into Halloween, and wait till you see how we're going to celebrate Suncoast style. I'm Stephanie Roberts on Suncoast View. Get ready for our costume parade, from tiny tots to creative characters. Now, if spooky is more your style, we'll find out what's haunted right here on the downtown Sarasota Ghost Tour. Plus a toy monster mashup and plenty of sweet treats from 5-0 Donut Company.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
If you're looking for a rewarding job you'll love, good news. The perfect job is just a click away. Go to mysuncoast.com/job of the day. It's that easy. Stop searching and go to mysuncoast.com/job of the day to find the perfect job for you.
My name's Greg Simone, president and founder of Care to Try. I'm excited to announce that this year we're hosting our inaugural 5K and 1 mile race. In addition, we are attempting to set a Guinness Book of World Records for the most amount of wheelchairs in a race. This is a call to action and we need your help. We'd like to set an environment where everybody's accepted. So please come out and join us in Wheel Unified. The event will be hosted on November 4th, 2017 at Lakewood Ranch CrossFit. Please go to our website, caretotry.org, where there are details for race sign-up. My name's Greg Simone, president and founder of Care to Try. I'm excited to announce that this year we're hosting our inaugural 5K and 1 mile race. In addition, we are attempting to set a Guinness Book of World Records for the most amount of wheelchairs in a race. This is a call to action and we need your help. We'd like to set an environment where everybody's accepted. So please come out and join us in Wheel Unified. The event will be hosted on November 4th, 2017 at Lakewood Ranch CrossFit. Please go to our website, caretotry.org, where there are details for race sign-up.
Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining.